It's time for the Anubis II review for the Wii. This is the first time I've played a data design interactive game, and since I've heard so many good things about this developer, I was really anxious to play this game. Insert sarcasm. Now, I'm sure that most of you watching this have already seen reviews for this game, and the reviews I've seen have said that this game is downright one of the worst games ever to be spawned into existence. And you know what? They're right! This game is awful! So let's see why. The story is about how the land of Egypt has been covered in darkness by the evil spirit Mumhotep, so Anubis, the guardian of the underworld, has been sent to save it. This is a 3D platformer. The game starts you out with a tutorial which is actually quite difficult due to the awfulness of the controls. You'll use the Wiimote nunchuck combo throughout the game. The controls are basic, but oh so bad. To jump, you have to flick the nunchuck. Yes, that's right, the nunchuck into the air and again for a double jump. The problem is that the sensors would read your jumps correctly at the most 30% of the time. The tutorial says that this is the way to jump, but I found out on my own that you can just press the Z button to jump, which works 10 times better instead of using the nunchuck. I even looked in the manual to see if it said you could use the Z button as an alternative to jumping, and no, it doesn't say you can. Were the developers trying to get you to stay with the horrible motion sensors? To attack your enemies with your scepter, just swing the Wiimote, but I highly advise against this because, well look, it barely ever works. I usually just ran past them because trying to kill them with your scepter is such a chore. You can also shoot energy or fire or whatever at the enemies too, but this attack is so weak in the beginning, it's almost pointless to attack enemies with it. Anubis also has bombs, which seems to be the best way to kill something, but you only have a few and aiming them is hard to do, so it all sucks. The graphics are awful! As I was playing this, I asked my siblings, am I playing on the Wii or the PS1? It looks like the developers spent as little time as possible creating the visuals for everything in this game, especially the enemies. They look like crap. It looks like a 5-year-old drew them. The whole point of each level is that you have to find all 8 golden pyramids, which will unlock a transporter to the next level. The problem is, well, the level itself. There are so many jumps and stupid enemies in each level that it's such a pain trying to find each one. Oh, and did I mention the camera was horrible? No? Oh, well, it's horrible! Basically, anytime you move in a different direction, you'll have to manually adjust the camera using the D-pad, which is such a pain because it will usually fight with you and give you a horrible angle. There are times where you'll have to use the Wiimote sensors to solve puzzles. Problem with that is, it will usually register your movements as attack swing, so Anubis will swing a scepter instead of trying to solve the dang puzzle. There are bonus levels in between the main levels, which are even worse than the main levels. You're supposed to collect the green scarabs while avoiding the golden scarabs to gain points, but it's almost impossible to beat since the camera is even more horrible than usual, and it's virtually impossible to avoid the golden scarabs, which will kill you. Anubis II is without a doubt the worst game I have ever played so far. I've yet to play Ninja Breadman, which I'm really not looking forward to from what I've seen and heard from other reviews. But back to Anubis II. This game is simply terrible. Just about every element in this game is appalling. Any attempt at having a good time with this game flew out the window as soon as you picked up the controllers. The only upside was that you could use the Z button to jump as an alternative to the dreadful controls of the nunchuck. Not even the $10 price tag that I bought it at is an upside. This game is definitely not worth 10 bucks. You know what, DDI? Give me back my $10 and the 2 hours I spent on this ridiculous excuse you call a game. And since I know I can't get back either of those two, that just builds frustration in me, and now I have to take it out on something. What should it be? Be gone, oh filth. This game gets a 0.5 out of 5 with the title of Total Crap.